such a new year. We all need to hold to God. When it came down to this, let's just listen to this first. We here.
Welcome to Frenz Zone.
I'm not gonna tell the time, but welcome to Frenz Zone. What's up, y'all? We're back.
Hey, y'all. I'm Aggie.
I'm Jared, and this is Frenz Zone. Thanks for joining and subscribing and all that good stuff.
And following. We appreciate you guys so much.
For sure. What's up?
Nothing
What we
much.
doing right now? I see you. Huh? I see you.
See, the issue is that
Boom, 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 boom.
the thing is, I told you I don't have an in-between.
Boom, 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 boom.
You're either going to see me looking like this,
Boom, boom, boom.
or you're going to see me with my boobs out. It's just either or. There's no in-between. Okay. I promise you there's no in-between.
I see
we just had a little girls' night. We're catching up. We haven't hung out. I haven't seen one of my friends since December.
Did you get any numbers, though? That's what the people
Nah, not really. Definitely not.
All right. We got it there. I think that's good.
Maybe somebody was falling in love with me, but at the end of the day, yeah, no.
Yeah, okay. I mean, dang. I'm going to try to keep my eyes up here.
Oh, my God, Jared.
But you look good, though. I like that. I like the fit. The fit is fit.
Well, we went to a place where it needed to be mature, but of course.
Where was it?
Cigar Lounge. We should go.
I didn't get the invite.
It was a girls' night.
Every time she said the same thing. It's a girls'
night. It was a
night.
girls' night. I haven't seen one of my friends since last year, which was December. And the other two, I hang out with, but we were just catching up with life and work. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep talking.
What is this?
No, I'm just keep my hand right here.
Why does he have to be so extra? He's always extra like this, guys. No worries. Like, you're so dumb.
Woo! All right.
See, that's why he don't go with us to girl nights. He don't know how to act.
I mean, dang. Who would know how to act?
What was I supposed to wear?
Just that. You look good.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Just that.
See, and you guys won't probably get this anymore, but the fact that I was already out, I was like, let's just record. Maybe we have something to talk about. Maybe it'll be short today. Right. You said how many minutes we have?
It is raining. Can you guys hear the rain?
It is raining. Like, Atlanta weather is so crazy.
I know. It's been hot. It's been cold. It's raining.
No, we literally had a tornado, snow, rain, sleet, hail, cyclone, everything in a week.
Right.
It's crazy.
So Cigar Lounge.
Cigar Lounge is pretty nice. It's
You're
pretty
still
cool.
on dry January, right?
I think we did take like a little.
You had something to drink tonight? Yes, I already you got to answer. If you take that long, yes, you did.
Okay, see what had happened was old fashioned.
Because last night she's like, I'm on my dry January. I ain't dry January.
Norman.
One girl's night out.
Let me tell you. Let me say something.
All
normally, when I go out, I can drink about four or five old fashions. I only had 2 tonight.
That's cool.
That's
Were they
good.
strong? Were they good?
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
For $10.
Mm-hmm. Tell the people what an old fashioned is, just so they know, because they might not know what it is.
Oh, it's just bourbon, straight bourbon, and it might have a sprig of orange zest, and then a cherry, and then the bitters. That's it.
It's pretty good.
That's all what I drink. Y'all be on that tequila and stuff. Ain't nobody got time for it.
So one of your friends who was out with you sent me a DM.
It's so sweet of her. I'm rooting for you guys.
Whoa there. Whoa. Whoa.
Back up.
Come on. You here.
You bought it here. You don't want to open up the conversation.
Bro,
so.
who here? Oh. But I was saying that she sent me a video of whatever was going on. It seemed like some guy was in the background doing karaoke or whatever.
He was, like, a cover band.
A cover band.
It's so dope, though. I'm going to take you one day. I know we should go, for real.
That was the worst performance I've ever heard.
You think so?
Please tell me that's karaoke.
So I found
They
out
paid that man.
Yeah, they did
to
pay that
come
man.
and-
No,
and
he did really
perform?
good. He really did. Maybe you caught like the first act, but the second act was very good. But one of our other friends, very close friends of ours, he's a drummer. He actually played at that lounge, and he invited us out one time before. Mm-hmm. And so I've been there when I used to live in Buckhead. I would go. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he invited us out, and they did an amazing job. And so we went back tonight.
Yeah.
The girls wanted to have like a little field night or whatever. For me, I was just sitting back, laid back. You know, they call me I don't want to say what they call me.
Fix the mic real quick.
Don't do that, because the last time he had the mic hitting my
fix
damn face and
Tilted this. There you go. Is it loose?
It is kind of loose,
All right, let me
but
just turn it this
I'm gonna
way.
move back because you reckless. The dang old mic.
There you go.
He thought that was the funniest thing
Ooh,
ever.
that was a complete accident too, by the way. I didn't.
I mean, it was, but my reaction is normal. That's how I normally react when things like that happen to
That's
me.
why I said, why was that so instinctual? Like,
Because slow down.
you push it out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just had to grip him
Hold
up
up.
5 fingers. Okay. All right, let's continue.
Fucking here. Jared.
She had 2 old fashions. So,
Literally.
what were we talking about? Oh, so the cover band.
The cover
guy
band,
and
yeah, that mean
everything.
they have open night, cover band nights, and things of that nature. He was like a act. Like, you can really book him to come to your parties.
I wouldn't book him.
But you would like it, though.
She said it was cool. She said I would have fun there.
You
I was
would.
like, I bet I would if I was invited.
Next time, Jared, here's the thing. It's girls' night.
It's girls' night every night. I'm always the only guy that goes out with y'all anyway.
But the thing is, there was a goal
And
for
plus,
the other girls.
It's better that way too.
No, because you would be cock.
No, see, you always say that. No, I wouldn't.
They would be like, so you would all them.
That's right.
But the thing is, when we go out, a lot of people think that I'm like the overseer of my friends.
Sometimes, because I don't know. Sometimes you do be cutting up.
Not necessarily. I haven't been cutting up lately, but they do think that I'm like the overseer. So one time we went out before, and this guy approached me, and he was like, "So you must be the pimp." And I know we talk about church and everything on this podcast, but they literally like
We
asked
talk
me
about
that.
realness. Talk about the real.
We do. And so I was like, why would you say that? He's like, because I see you talking to them, and then they go do whatever they need to do. Then they come back and regroup. So you must be like the overseer. So to say, don't mess with me or my girls, because you never know.
She always got to come back with some story too. Some guy tried to pick us up and tried to put us in the back.
Oh
of
my
a
God,
van.
we've almost, no, literally, for real, dead
always
ass.
something.
Dead ass, for real.
Always
Like,
something.
this is Atlanta. So
They
you guys
tried
have,
to traffic us.
literally, I'm trying to
All right.
tell you. Be careful out there, ladies, especially
No, for
in
real,
Atlanta.
It's not a joke. I'm making fun of it. I make fun of a lot of things. I
But
make
it's like
light of
real
a lot of
life.
things. Yeah, but it is real life.
Maybe you should come with us next time. Maybe they wouldn't mess with us so
I
much.
would come with you next time. I would, actually.
We got to take him out, guys.
Y'all should have came back here. Y'all all should have came back here.
And
then we could
3/4
we could
of the crew wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, because it's past everybody's bedtime at this point.
You're putting the timestamp on everything right now, Jared. How would you do today? How was your day? How was your day? What did you do? What you did today?
Edit Frenz Zone videos. Had really good meeting.
I am so excited to be like partnering with this guy. He's super amazing. Nope, Ray, go ahead and shake. Because of the simple fact that not only can we shoot this, but then he can like create what we are presenting. It's so dope. Like we don't have to wait on somebody else to do it.
Right.
If you watched,
Wait on me sometimes, but at least it doesn't.
no, you've actually been producing very well. I'm very proud of you.
Not bad, right? I've been
I just stay on your ass a little bit. You know, I missed you this
past
morning.
2 days. Yes, you've been on me for these past 2 days.
Because
which I'm
we
thankful for.
can't stop like this at this point. It's
I
a
know.
momentum going. So,
Right.
but you had a good meeting today.
Definitely good meeting. I talked to you about that.
I know.
Right. So it's the timing of it is
right on time, I guess.
I would guess that you would say that it is right on time. So,
do you feel a little bit better about everything? I mean, as far as the meeting goes, what you had discussed today, we are not going to go into too many details. There's a lot of things that he's got going on that's very dope and very special. And so, you kind of want to spill the beans yet, but, because you're still preparing for it. But
I know. But yeah, it was, I do feel good about it. I do feel like a little bit better.
Feel at ease and at peace a little bit?
These past couple weeks, things have been crazy. Like,
it has, and then us starting this so random, and then it's just like we are keep going with it. It's definitely.
Yeah, one of the things that I got out of the meeting was, it's like, what did God tell you to do? And I was like,
ooh, that's good.
Ooh.
I
know what he told me. And he told me that a while ago. He told me that in 2022, in the beginning of 2022.
I think we kind of like touched on it too about what the things that God has told us to do. We just haven't taken the leap, and not right now. I think you most definitely are taking the leap.
I'm almost like being like pushed into it. It feels. It's like, all right, you don't want to jump?
Because God is. But the issue is that's how God is, and that's how he works. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, I really need you to do this. And so he'll take away everything that is in your way.
Everything.
You pray about, Lord, please remove the distractions and things of that nature. And then somehow you still keep the distractions around. And then he just is like, okay, where you're going, this cannot go with you. So I'm just going to completely remove it.
Whole facts. And it could be people. It could be any noun.
Things. Person, place, things.
Anything.
Pronouns.
Down to plants. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you like these plants? You want to put these plants before me?
Gots to go.
Gots to go. So that's what it feels like right now.
That's dope, though. I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for everything that's like happening,
Blossoming.
With the podcast. And it's just like, if y'all see me like glance down this way, don't. Or talk to you like this. I feel like
distractions.
And that's what life has been. A lot of like, I think there are a lot of distractions that are tending to pop up. And
we talked about some of them too. I think right now where I am in life, everything that's supposed to be is here.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense. There's a purpose for every piece that I have going on. It's like, it doesn't feel out of place. I don't know if you've ever felt like in a season where, you're doing something and things are not right. Like right now things feel right.
Yeah.
But we're just kind of like pushing through the blockages that we have, you know what I'm saying, to get through the door. But like literally we are where we're supposed to be right now.
Yeah. And everything, like where we are here, it's like we already have everything that we need too.
Yeah.
Remember I was texting you today? I was just like, yo, all these things, like it's on me. It's on me right now. Like all of these things are floating around, but none of them have kind of like come into place because.
What do you mean by that?
Like, with the work and the projects that are going, that are available and the things that should be in place right now that are really not in place, like clockwork. I feel like.
So do you think like in the last season that we've been in, I can talk for myself, but I feel like we've been in like the same season where it's just like a standstill. And I remember, I do pray, y'all, just because I got my titties out don't mean that I don't pray and I don't spend time with the Lord. Because normally 9 times out of 10, I don't look like this. But in the times that I do have spent with the Lord, I think my word, how pastors be like the word of the year?
Yeah.
I've always just been like hearing for the past year, like be prepared. Like you have to be prepared. But in that season too, like you need to rest because it's about to pick back up and it's about to be crazy. And if you don't rest and stop worrying and just have faith in the things that I've called you to do, you're not going to be prepared for what is next.
Right.
And I think that now I feel like everything is just like coming and it's just so fast. And I'm going to wish that I rested a little bit more. I rested. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't do 2020.
Yes, you did.
What I did? Nothing. Exactly. I did more things in 2021, but 2020 was just a season of just like the driest season that I've ever had. But I've always just heard like resting, like you need to rest, you need to rest, you need to rest, because you need to like the next phase. And that's the funny thing about how God is with me. I don't know about y'all, but like I already know what my purpose is in life. You know, some people are still trying to figure out what their purpose is, but I know what my purpose is in life. But it's kind of like, you know, with God, he doesn't give me all of it.
Yeah.
He just gives you little pieces of it, because I guess he knows that I can't really, I don't want to say like,
you might not be able to handle it. You might drown under the pressure.
Drown on it, burn out in it, and things of that nature. And so he gives me little pieces. All right, okay, this, and this. But then when I lack or I fall behind on the next step, then he like, all right, you need to go on now.
Right.
Like it's time. And so I feel like right now he's just like, it's time.
Come on up out of there.
Yeah, you need to come on. We got work to do.
Right.
So.
And I was talking about earlier, like resting, and we were kind of talking about that in a different way. I asked a question. I guess we would call him a mentor, right? So I asked him, I said, what do you do when you come up against like creative blocks and impasses?
That's a good question.
And hurdles. Like how do you kind of get over that? Because I tend to experience that,
right,
like maybe a couple times a year,
right?
You know, where it's just like,
you're creative though, of course.
Yeah, and it's almost like pushing out a baby at times.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
It's like, you know, locked up in their eyes on the screen. You're trying to figure out how to blend just so many different ideas in your head, and it's like getting it all out into one fluid, you know, cohesive story.
Right.
So it's like, how do you kind of break free from that? And he said, that's how you know you need to rest. That's how you know you need to. I always kind of thought that I had to like push through that, you know, but when you look at it, it's, you know, because I was like, I have to continue producing like quantity.
Right.
You know? And
it's not about that though.
So it's like your body's telling you like, just chill, you know, but you always want to be on go.
That's so funny because
like you need to find those things that like fulfill you, or that kind of, whether you need to go someplace without your phone, you know what I mean? Take your shoes off, be in the sun, at the beach, wherever that is, where you're not thinking about, you know, like anything else.
Right. I think that definitely, I think I had that conversation last week. Like at the top of the week, I always have like a run through of the things that I need to do. And it was mentioned to me by a conversation that I was having with T, and he was just like, you know, we have so many ideas that you want to do things, and you just need to focus on like that one thing that you need to do. And like you said, you know what I'm saying? Like you have just so much that you're trying to push out when you just need to rest and figure out what needs to, because I feel like they're all intertwined together. Like when you reach this first step, it's going to lead to the next step and the next step and the next step that you have to do to fulfill whatever, you know, purpose that God has you to be.
Things will change and adapt to what you didn't even think it could turn into,
or be even greater or more.
Right.
Of course. For sure.
So that was different for me. It was like, oh, like
that makes sense.
And he asked me, is like, well, what do you find? He said, what do you where do you find those moments where you kind of get recharged?
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I was like, oh wow, like I do, like whenever I'm around my family, you know, like I'm around my nephews and just everybody's kind of all together.
You just recently had that?
I had that. Yep. I was able to see my nephew, Kingston. But I felt like, you know, I always get recharged when I'm around my family.
Yeah, I mean, that's like me when I go to the beach, exactly. Like when I go and I kind of like sit.
Yeah, definitely.
And sit and like recharge. Like it's kind of like a refresh, and then you can kind of like come back and go and start the next things. So that means that maybe I need to take more beach trips.
Yeah. Yes. That is definitely in the future for me. I'm definitely going to name.
It's not really that far, you know. It's like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Good. You'd be swimming in oil though in the Gulf of Mexico.
Lies and fairy tales. I don't know what beach you going to.
There's some nice beaches down there though.
Yeah, I've definitely been down some nice beaches. We've had a good time.
So yeah, like those are, you know, I feel like, you know, maybe 2022 for me was It was definitely like a lot of traveling,
He moved
a
a
lot
lot.
going on, huh?
Yeah, you had a lot going on.
There's a lot going
regardless
on.
of how you looked at it. Like you did a lot for 2022.
I still
You went a
feel
lot of
like there's
places.
so many things that are just like floating around that I really need to like bring in together. You know what I mean? And just like I was texting you earlier, we were having that conversation.
So we
and locking in to
right.
that.
So then at this point, now we just need to write those goals down. They need to be visual. I'm more of a visual person, but for me, it's like, how people can kind of like write sometimes on like their phone and things of that nature. No, I have to actually like put pen to paper because it helps me remember the things that I need to do. So maybe that's something that you need to do because you're very good at that too. You're very good at mapping stuff out.
Yeah.
And so maybe that may help you when it comes to
Mind maps. If you have never heard of mind maps,
here we go.
Yeah, I would. There's a website called mindmeister.com where you can just create your little mind maps and just connect everything.
Didn't even know that existed, but there you go, guys.
Link in the bio.
We don't ever put the link in the bios. We always say we're going to add the shit, but we never add the shit.
What do y'all think about merch? Because we want to get some FZ t-shirts or hats.
I think it's going to be pretty dope.
I think so. Y'all let us know what y'all think about it. Because
y'all know y'all got a lot of people in the friend zone. That you have these conversations to. Right. And don't be out here acting like you females ain't got male friends that you talk to. I know people be like, men and women can't be friends. Yes, you can. Yes, you literally can be out here and be friends and do life with people. I never thought that, though.
Like growing up, like my young 20s and everything, I never thought that like a guy and a girl can be like friends.
What you thought it was because you had to be like in a relationship?
I feel like there had to be some, like if a guy was hanging around a girl, there had to be some sexual desire there.
See, and that was never not my case.
Yeah.
I grew up around uncles, like all of my uncles. My dad has 3 brothers. One has passed away, so he has 2 left. So I was never like, although I know how to cook and clean and all that stuff, I was always outside. Like, fixing cars and hanging with my uncles. So I've always been around men.
She swears she could change some brakes. I
can change brake and tires and your oil, baby. You ain't got to worry about me calling you.
Hello?
Because my daddy taught me that. Can probably help you put an engine in a car too.
Remember you had to come on 285, pick me up on 285, side of 285?
Exactly.
285 West, put some
I
gas
had one
in the car.
I had one friend literally.
I ran out of gas.
Literally, she was panicking. She was panicking and she was like, "Can you please come change my tire?" And I had already moved over here and I drove to where she was. She was like almost 45 minutes away and changed her tire. AAA who? No, nigga, get the jack out the car. We finna put the tire on.
They ain't gonna show up till another 5
By the time they get there, then I'll be there and change it.
Hello?
Daddy taught me all of it. So I've always hung around guys. And then, growing up in school and stuff, I always had guy friends. I did have girlfriends, but it was like one of my great best friends growing up in high school was a guy.
And so I never thought that was possible. I think it's possible now. And I don't condone the friend zones if you're blocking. If you're just blocking, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, sometimes you got to open up. Let the man.
Here's the reason why I say I think it is important, because it's always important to have different sexes in your life. You grew up with your dad, you may have brothers and things of that nature. You can get an insight on what that opposite sex is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I can come to him and ask questions like, why y'all act like this? And he can literally give me a clear, sound understanding of why men are the way that they are. And then I think that's vice versa. And I think that's very important. Now, when you get into a relationship with someone, of course, then you actually have to make sure that you're just open and honest about what your relationship is with that person if they are your best friend and they're opposite sex, and just make sure that that person is reassured and kind of like knowing like there's boundaries and things of that nature. I think we talked about this before, but at the end of the day, I do think that it is important. It kind of grounds you. Yeah, because a man can't go around walking thinking what women think and not have any type of relationship with a woman to know outside their mama. And that's vice versa.
That's big. That's big. Because sometimes I'd be hitting you up like, yo, why is she acting like this or whatever? You'd be like, don't even worry about it. Don't even trip. She going to be back tomorrow.
Right, because at the end of the day, you got to understand that we process things different than men do, and it's vice versa. And I think that having a relationship with the opposite sex, it can kind of give you an understanding to help that relationship. Now, if you do have relationships where the opposite sex, that your friend, he ain't really trying to be your friend, he really just trying to smash you. You know that. Like there's a discernment, and if you don't know that, you need to ask God to like give you that gift of discernment and knowing like, is this person really my friend, or is he has alternate motives? But at the end of the day, I do think it's important. A lot of people think that that's not possible, but I've seen relationships where men have girls that are their friends, and that's just it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, y'all know y'all out here with friend zones.
I know, right?
People in the friend zone. You probably put that person in the friend zone.
Right.
Because that's where they belong, and that's okay. It's okay.
It is. It's
that you put that person in the friend zone. Be open and honest with each other. This one right here. You would think he would have went out.
I'm up. I'm sitting up there editing, looking at this footage. That's what I was doing. I was
outside of friend zone. You were doing other projects.
I was editing the friend zone. Oh yeah, outside of friend zone. Yeah, I'm working on two projects.
That's dope, yo.
Yep. And so this year is the year we're going to become millionaires. I'm not a millionaire yet, but millions.
I honestly believe that.
It's the year.
We're this year. I was going to say we're going to come close
right now, so y'all know, so that we can come back.
Don't ask me for no money because I ain't got it still.
Ask me for it. Because if I'm blessed, I'm just going to be different.
I'm just playing. You need it?
She ain't playing.
Nah, they know. People know. I give you my last, and you wouldn't even know it.
Oh yeah, facts. I've been
on the receiving
end of that.
Hey, I need $10. I'd be like, damn, I got only $10. But here you go.
Right. That's my dog. See, that's why she my hitter. So we don't have much time on here because our the battery's gonna die and we don't have much space on there.
But this is a good talk, friend.
Yeah, this was I'm glad you hit me up and came over.
I needed to push it out because I was like, I feel creative, so let's go.
I know it. Come on, fit. Let me see the heels.
It's only boots. Guys, go check my Instagram out. I'm tagged in the friend zone. You'll see what I had on today.
Can you please change your Instagram handle name from Jax Manage?
I can't.
Yes, please.
Why?
Because Jax Manage, every time I look at it, I just get pissed. I'm like, this name is so long.
What do you mean? What is it supposed to be?
Jax Management 1.
It's Jax Manage 1.
It's so long.
It's not.
See if you can find something different.
Nah, I'm good. That's my brand.
Come eat with Aggie.
I got one of those too. Follow that page too. Hopefully something to be uploaded on that page soon.
Yeah.
I really want to get back into that. But that's another podcast for another day and another time.
Okay. Hello. I'm here for it. It was good. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being up. Now I'm about to go to bed. I'm sure my kids are like, where is my mom? I've been with them all day. Soraya was in the streets, but I've been with the boys all day.
So I'm like, Aggie, I was hitting what's called up, and I was like, she don't even be texting. I was like, I was just with Aggie. She talking about she at the bar, like,
get up and go.
Ain't even hit me up.
Friend, that's not even intentional, like, for
real. It's gonna be us, you know what I mean? Hey, y'all mind if Jared? Yeah, we don't mind if Jared come. Of course he can come. I'm not gonna be blocking on you. I never do anyway. Do I?
Jared, look at you.
I don't block on you.
Real quick story. Where we were, some broke niggas sat in our section. They act like they wanted to buy us a drink, but they sat in our section. They didn't buy us a drink.
Sat in your section with you?
Because they said they needed to rest their legs.
That's a good one.
So the girls literally, I'm just laid back or whatever, because I'm like laid back, and the girls was like sick of them because they were blocking. Because people, if a guy walks by, and they wanted to talk to you, they're not gonna come up to you because you got two dudes like sitting there, and they actually just con their way into our section.
Oh, so I do be blocking then, huh?
They would at least thought you was with one of us.
Well, maybe I just need to get my own section then.
No, friend.
Come over, y'all can
friend, you've been out with us. Don't start. But I'm gonna take you there to that place. You really like it. We should go next weekend. That's what she said. Oh, you're not gonna be here next weekend?
Nope.
Take you. Oh, we can go during the week. Thursdays is pretty popping.
I might be here next weekend.
Oh, you might.
I don't know. Wait. What's next weekend?
The 28th. I'm not going to be here next week.
You're right.
See, I know his calendar and he don't even know it.
I'm going to be at the Apollo. So if y'all going to be in New York.
Oh my God, you're going to be at the Apollo?
Yes.
We got to talk about that when you come back.
Definitely.
That's so fucking dope, yo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is crazy.
The Apollo. So I've never been inside the Apollo. This will be my first time going
You got to get some dope footage, bro.
I used to live right around the corner from the Apollo.
That's crazy, though. You're literally going to be there next weekend.
Yep. I have to rub my hands on the wooden joint.
That is just so dope. You got to get some footage, definitely, so you can share with the people. That's amazing. All right, guys. Well, we love you, meaning make good choices. Be a leader. Don't be average.
Be savage. Peace, y'all.
And the marathon continues. Bye.
Such a new year. We all need to hold to God when it came down to
Pause,
let's just listen to this first.